Hello, Beez Bladers! Welcome back and welcome newcomers to the channel. I have 7 QSP knives that were sent to me by D&K Knives. Thank you, Don Farmer, for sending these for me to check out. We have some brand new releases from QSP, a couple classics and a modern classic, and they're already unboxed. We're gonna go through them in quick order, and all that's gonna start right now. First up is the new QSP Swordfish. Oh yeah, been wanting to get my hands on one of these bad boys. Would you look at it? Just look at it. There's 6 different configurations of this bad boy with micarta or G10 scales. This is G10, and look at this. It has a reversible pocket clip, deep carry, and it's a wire clip, and oh, it is so nice in and out of the pocket. And how about a little bit of texture vision? It has such, this is some of the best texture. G10 texture doesn't get much better than that. That is such a fantastic grip. I'm just trying to say. And look at this. This one is a button lock. It is a flipper tab, and you have thumb studs. So you have multiple ways to deploy this bad boy. It has a G10 back spacer, and yes, you could put a lanyard in there for all you lanyard lovers. And I'm really loving this black and red channel colors. You ready to see this blade? Pow! Right in the kisser. Oh, yeah. Look at that. How is that for some mean looking worn clip? Oh my goodness. That's some 14C28M, baby. There's a look at that side. Here's a look at this side. You don't have a bunch of branding on it. And man, look at the angles. The angles on this blade, they just mean business. Now, overall, this bad boy is 8.1 inches long. It has a 3.4 inch sharpen length. It's a tall, flat grind. It has recessed liners. You have a captive pivot with caged ceramic ball bearings. Look at that. You can't even see the liners, which is a major plus for a lot of folks. The edges are well chamfered, and you know what? The ergonomics on this thing are to die for. I'm just saying. And well, if you were in one of these situations where you're having to poke open a bag of mulch, that might be to die for. And I'm telling you, the ergonomics of this are made so well. And that is a nice size blade. You're pushing 3.5 inches of sharpen length. And most of the everyday carry tasks that most people do, just, every day, are piercing type tasks. That's why I really enjoy a sheep's foot or a modified sheep's foot or a Warncliffe blade that has a pierce, because anytime you go to open a package, think about what are the most tasks that you do. You end up needing the point of the blade. Am I right? Tell me in the comments. Tell me, do you use a piercing blade more than, say, an upswept blade? Inquiring minds want to know. But this knife only weighs 4.4 ounces for being it's a beast, but it's not, because they have the liners inside, so it is not a thick handle. It's very comfortable. It has adequate jimping. The jimping, and for me, I would like it to be a little bit more aggressive, just a little more grabby on my thumb. My thumb is sliding off, but other than that, I can't complain. Now, the button, this is the most impressive thing about this knife. Most of the time, I get the bounce out with a button lock. This is one of the best, if not the best. It is right up there in the top 3 with button lock knives that have a good detent. It holds the blade in. I don't get bounce out. That blade, the blade just sucks in and stays. There's no bounce whatsoever. That is the most impressive thing that really caught my attention with this knife, besides the blade and everything else and the ergos, but the fact that the button works like I want it to. That's how I want a button lock to work. It works so well. And I love the fact that there's any way you want to deploy it, whatever mood you're in, or however you get it out of your pocket for what you're going to do, it's going to work. There's great traction on those thumb studs. I like everything about this knife. The only thing that could be improved is give me some sharpening choil. There's really not a whole lot in the form of a sharpening choil, because the plunge grind ends right there where the sharpening starts. I will have links in the description where you can get any of the 7 knives in this video. They'll be in the description of this video also, and in the comments. And yeah, there are these available over at D&K Knives, and there's a 10% discount code Beez Blades, all lowercase letters. Next up is the QSP Hornbill. Would you look at it? And all of its horniness, hornbillness. Yeah, I'm gonna leave that in there. This is the golden carbon fiber handles. Check those out. Isn't that some wicked looking carbon fiber? And this bad boy, this is a little bit of upgrade. Where do you see this blade? It has a lanyard hole. It is not a reversible clip. And I'm not sure if that's a titanium clip. It might be. Check it out with a magnet real quick. Oh, okay, looks like we're rocking a titanium clip or a titanium alloy. That is very nice, very, very nice. Now this one you have multiple deployments. You have a front flipper, you have a thumb hole, and you have thumb studs. So check this out. You ready? Pow! Right in the kisser. Yeah, look at that. S35VN, baby. And look at this, a little bit of, I guess you would call that a harpoon. And I'm going to tell you right now, the ergonomics on this thing they're fantastic. There's just no getting around it. They feel so good. If I am trying to find anything, it would be that this edge could be chamfered just a tad more to make the ergos that much better, but I like it. It's a little bit thicker and it fills the hand very nicely. Fills my large width hands so good. And look at this, generous choil up here, and there's plenty of real estate to rest your finger on. You're not just resting on a choil on a blade. And of course you can sharpen this till the cows come home. And look at this, your thumb just falls right into the top of that. So good for doing push cuts or doing some pull cuts. This is the kind of blade I like. You have the point is right even with the pivot. It's either even or even a little bit lower. So you're going to be do all your piercing tasks. And oh yeah, this is a good one. Overall, this bad boy is 7.5 inches long. It has a 3.25 inch blade, a 2.84 inch cutting length. It is super comfortable in the hand, and these are running around 158. It has a good lockup. It's centered, and there's 4 different configurations of this one. And you can always check the links. There's different colors of all these knives that I'm showing you. The reverse flick is fantastic. It has a great detent. It's so snappy. Oh, yeah, you can use your thumb sideways. You can use the thumb hole. You can use the thumb stud. You can use the top of your thumb. This is a great everyday carry knife with a little bit of beefiness to it. This one right here really feels like it means business when it's in your hand. Here's one with a little bit of sleekness going on. This is the QSP Lark. Would you look at it? Just look at it. It has shredded carbon fiber overlays, and I'm really digging this blue and black. I don't know if it has a particular name or not, but it looks so good. Look at there. The majority of the blade is hidden inside the handles. It is a reversible clip, and it's a deep carry clip, and it has flat screws, easy in and out of the pocket. I really like this design. It's a sleek one. Overall, it's 7.5 inches long. It has a 3.18 inch blade. You ready to see it? And by the way, you have multiple deployments, a front or a rear flipper. So whichever one fits your fancy. You ready? Oh yeah, look at that. A classic gents carry. Looks so good. And of course, this is 14C28N, baby. Look at that blade. It is so crispy, so clean. And of course, the ergos are just fantastic. I have no problems with the ergos on this one at all. It fits the hand very nice. The jimping is done well. I would have preferred the jimping come out to here to fit more of my thumb, because most of my thumb misses that jimping. But the jimping's purpose, I imagine, is mostly for your front flipper. And the front flipper works very well. It's nice and snappy, just as well as the rear flipper. And this is one that's not going to get in the way of your hand. If you have this in your pocket and you go down to get your keys or something like that, look at that. It's flat. You don't have a pocket pecker sticking out to scrape against your hand. So I love it when this is done on a knife. It is still grabby. The jimping is done very well. It could have used maybe one more jimp going around the corner, but it grabs my skin. I don't have any misses with it either direction, any way I want to use it. These come in, I think, 5 different configurations. So there's all kinds of different colors and configurations of all these QSP knives, which I really like that you get to choose your color, choose your blade type, you know, whether it's stone washed or not. And by the way, this is also captive pivot. It has caged ceramic ball bearings, and these run around $64 here. I think $64 for this kind of knife, one with this look and the blade steel, I think that is a steal. Next up, we have the QSP Kestrel. Have you seen it? Have you seen this one? Check it out. This one also has 14C28N blade steel, and this one does not have a reversible clip, but I kind of, you know, those are kind of neat. They're not over the top when it comes to putting holes in the back. It's not over the top, and I like how they match the holes with the clip. That's pretty cool. This is, it being a more medium-sized knife, you do have multiple deployments. You have really good grip on this jimping back here. Even though there's not much, it has a pretty good grip. You ready to see this blade? Ooh, yeah, look at that. A little bit of clip point action, and this fits the hand very well. It fits my large. If you have XL hands, this is probably gonna be a tad small, might be a 3.5 finger knife, but my 4 fingers are able to fit in there just right. It's a smaller, lightweight carry. It's 6.98 inches long. Your blade is just a hair under 3 inches at 2.93 inches, which isn't too bad. Doesn't really have a sharpening choil, so that would be a slight nitpick, but the jimping up here works very well, helps lock my hand into place. This is a nice, smaller sized EDC knife. And check it out. Very, very nice micarta. Look at that micarta. A little bit of texture vision for you. And there's 4 different configurations of this bad boy. But I don't have complaints with this one either. It has good lockup. It's centered. I like the stonewash on this blade. Very nice, uniform looking stonewash. It's clean. There's not a bunch of branding or billboarding all over it. That is a very nice carry. And being a knife collector, you know, there's times when I'm really digging and feeling carrying a clip point blade like this, and I do like the smaller size, that this is one I can carry when I'm not feeling like carrying a big chonker, or if I'm wanting a secondary carry. And the reverse flick is very nice. The thumb studs work fantastic. I have no problems with anything about this knife other than maybe just needing a little more room for sharpening. And you know, I couldn't do a QSP video without bringing this back, because this was also sent by D&K Knives. Would you look at it? It's the QSP Penguin. You know what? I should get another QSP Penguin to give you a size comparison so you know how big or small the size of this knife is. I've been telling people for years, you know, go get yourself a Penguin. Everybody should have a QSP Penguin, right? Well, there's many reasons I really like this knife. And one of the things is they're still in the $32 price range. That's how much it cost when I got mine almost 3 years ago. There's between 30 and 40 different variations and configurations of the QSP Penguin. You can get this in every color in the rainbow. You can get it from D2 to 154 cm blade steel. You can get S35VN. You can get titanium handles. The list goes on and on. But it is just a perfect everyday carry knife. It's a great gift knife. It's a lightweight knife. It's easy to operate. It's very smooth. It has phosphor bronze washers. And this one just came out of the box and it's already smooth. It's easy for anyone to operate and it doesn't take up much room in the pocket. It's like kind of a classic look, and I love this sheep's foot blade. You still have enough room for piercing. And like I said, most of these are running the $32 for the D2 versions. And while we're talking about the QSP Penguin, by the way, it also has a reversible clip, which is amazing. And it also has a lanyard hold, which is awesome for all you lanyard lovers. It's just a fantastic knife. That's why I'll tell everyone, get you a Penguin. And then plus I use it as a size comparison knife all the time. And while we're doing a size comparison, how about, and these, like I said, they run around 32 bucks. And while we're talking about the Penguin, how about the QSP Penguin Mini? Oh yeah, look at that. Now this one, believe it or not, is kind of an upgrade to this one in particular. This one here has a 14C28N blade. And let me show you what the Penguin Mini looks like next to the Penguin. This is like a 2.5, 3 finger knife. I can get 3 fingers on it very comfortably, and you get all the things that I told you about with this one, except for it is upgraded. And this one here has caged ceramic ball bearings. You still have the captive pivot, still have the great blade shape, but you do have that steel upgrade. And it's a good 3rd pocket carry or 5th pocket carry. I don't even know how many different versions there are of the Penguin Mini at this point. There's probably 10 or 20, who knows? They keep coming out with different colors, different variations, but this one is also reversible clip, still has the lanyard hole, has all the great features, but it could be a secondary carry to your QSP Penguin. And these run around $49, $50. Last but not least, here's one that came out, I think maybe earlier this year, but this is the QSP Hedgehog. This one has the green micarta. There are several different versions of this bad boy too. Now this is a slip joint. If you're more of a traditional type carry and you want a traditional style knife, there you go. It has a hollow ground blade, 14C28N steel. It's 6.63 inches long, a 2.88 inch blade. You have copper washers, a lanyard hole. The very distinct, very crispy. On the open and close, it's so crispy. It has a good sound to it. For those of you that don't want a liner lock and you want more of a traditional lock, or maybe you're in an area that doesn't allow locking knives, This one is pretty cool, and the ergos couldn't be more comfortable because you don't have a pocket clip to contend with. So your hand just wraps around it, and it is so comfortable. And there's enough of a point here to do your piercings for everyday tasks, you know, peeling an apple, or cutting an orange in half, whatever you're doing. This is a super lightweight knife. I really do like these. I'm not a big slip joint fan yet, but this one is very nice. These run around 57 and change, and they do have a couple more premium models with carbon fiber handles. Those run around 84. I hope you enjoyed checking out all these QSP knives with me. Make sure you subscribe and hit the bell button for notifications. That way you won't miss the giveaways and stuff when we do the live stream, Beez Blades, live at the Hive. Oh, right, every Friday night. Let me know what you think about these knives. What's your favorite? Tell me in the comments. And until I see you again, go watch this video. You'll really enjoy that. I'll see you in the chats and the live streams and at the Hive stream on Friday. And remember, live life in the present, keep a Band-Aid handy, and don't cut yourself.